just fuel
This is.
for the Paul Haters Club.
I'm gonna go take a nap now. Welcome to the Order of Podcasters. Paul is having trouble finding the video. Who is weirdo?
I am.
Oh, good times. How is everybody doing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Just a straight
exactly. Yes. Brian just summed it up in one word. Yes.
Oh goodness. Welcome to the Order of Podcasters. This is our first adventure in season 1. Season 2. What the hell is wrong with me?
Wow.
Where are you?
Wow.
Where is your brain right now?
Okay. So like I was editing the podcast, which will be going out next week, and
Right.
and I messaged in on this, and I was like, I am so boring in this. Like, I don't know why y'all didn't yell at me like normal. And I edited so much of myself, and to make myself interesting. So I was determined. I was like, okay, now I'm gonna be like on today. I'm gonna be good today. And apparently not. Apparently it's not going to happen.
You are severely lacking in the having it together department of your life right now.
So
but
true.
you know, but I mean, I think that's all
watching
of us.
Sonic too. It's from watching Sonic too.
Yeah, like
we all sat here waiting for you, and you were like almost 25 minutes late.
That movie removed you from reality, Paul, and you need to come back to us.
Did it reshape your frontal cortex at all? Is like, this is the thing we need to worry about now?
I think it did.
Yep. Absolutely.
Folks, says Paul is now a member of the Paul Haters Club.
Yeah, Paul is now.
I've been the secret founder for years. Y'all just never knew it.
Yeah.
So, last time a bunch of stuff happened. So we jumped back in time for a few years to, I think we said it was 2017.
Yep.
And this is the team that Misty's former husband, Elliot Frazier III, was a member of back in the day, and we were going to see how they fared in an adventure. And so this started off with this property called Crook's End. It was purchased. Where's my names? I'm on the wrong page. I'm glad this part does not make it to the podcast.
Welcome
Holy
to
smokes.
Welcome to How to Human with Paul.
Well, folks, it's anyone's game tonight.
Yeah.
It literally can be any one of us running this sesh.
So Jack Duffy was the owner of this property, and Jack has had sort of a interesting past. He had a daughter back in 97, but in 87. In 92, he was arrested for just whooping up on a neighbor's dog pretty darn good. And Michaela, his daughter, and her mother left, and Michaela never saw him again. In the meantime, due to the just violent nature of the crime, he was incarcerated the next year in prison during an altercation with another prisoner, lost a leg, and then underwent surgery some point later to restore range of motion and movement in the leg that he does not have. And he eventually got remarried, and he caught his wife with his best friend. They got divorced. A few years later, he wins the lottery, buys Crook's end, and then disappears. His now ex-wife and her boyfriend were murdered a few states away, and or
Charlie
disappeared.
Masters is his name, yeah?
Charlie Masters, yeah, and Mary Mumford.
Charlie Masters, okay.
And and they were investigating him for it, but he was down in Texas at the time, and so was cleared of any suspicion, but then eventually just disappeared. And meanwhile, the police informed Michaela that he had disappeared. She didn't think much of it because she didn't want anything to do with him, but more recently has separated from her husband, decided, hey, I have a free piece of property up there, being the only heir, might be worth checking out. But she started seeing ghosts there, and so contacted the police, who contacted y'all, and she is staying at a motel. Since
does when your place is haunted, you call the police.
Yes. Yep.
Well, honestly, I'm not sure who to call. So, like,
Ghostbusters, clearly.
Yeah. I mean, we're probably the next best thing, but the problem is you have to go through an intermediary to begin with, who may or may not deem it a case worthy of us to show up. But I mean, once you get past that bureaucracy, we're there.
A lot of red tape.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And so stuff that y'all have seen there is Michaela's realtor is supposed to come by at some point. You saw a pool that is really awesome in the map that I made. No, that's the wrong map. That's
it's a great pool. It's very rectangular.
The Nintendo,
large.
the NES tank, yeah.
My map has just disappeared. Okay.
And
just like everything else.
Now that
Paul, you crossed any gypsies recently?
We're keeping track of everything for the next Paul Haters Club meeting, right?
I know.
Definitely cross paths with Gypsy.
Yep.
So y'all sent Elliot out to investigate the boathouse. He didn't find anything there, but y'all did see a couple of just these kind of very charred, burnt up, ghostly things on the bank of the lake there. You saw saw Mary in the bathroom with a bunch of hair coming out of the toilet. You saw a series of 6 ghosts in the mirror in the bedroom. And you saw multiple tapes. You saw an octopus in Goonies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right, I forgot about that part.
you found a like some occultic markings in the basement, but you didn't care about that because you had Goonies, and you ran upstairs to go look at Goonies.
We
without electricity somehow.
Value. Yeah, we lowered the property value on the one room by kicking open a door.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You found a sex doll.
I wrote
inside.
that
yes.
I wrote that the wallpaper in the bathroom is ugly.
That's true. That's actually that's true.
Yep.
And then later, y'all are woken up in the middle of the night. By the sex doll, who found one of the knives that Jack had ordered late night shopping network, and is coming at you, and that is how your characters will meet.
It was a Ginsu brand,
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But all that being said, we have not heard Clint's story yet, and so what's Clint's deal? What's Clint's background?
Thanks for putting me on the spot there, Paul.
Like, you were the only one not put on the spot last time.
So basically, Clint has joined the investigation team to distance himself from his son, who he treats as a literal goblin. His son is a teenage mess, and he feels like trying to entertain his mind with different things will allow him not to think about his problems at home. And he is a single father, and he hates it.
I don't know how likable Clint is.
Oh, he's not. He's like a 4 on 10. Yeah, he's a 4 on 10.
Also, driving that El Camino does not help.
No. Also, the Hawaiian shirts, right? Like that.
Right.
Not a good sign.
No.
What was the line that the car was like a mullet?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's business up front. What the hell is that in the back?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it just for the sake of clarity, Clint did put up several cameras and such in recording devices yesterday in game time. Where were those?
One was definitely facing like the front door outwards, right? So to sort of see like in front of the house. One was in the living room. He placed one at the boathouse, so that's 3, and there's one more I had in my bag, which I placed on the second floor, the master bedroom. Cool. Where I think that's where we saw the ghosts, right? In the mirror? Yes, yes. Okay, so there.
Right. Okay, cool. All right. So you are all awakened with the start, and from this kind of room of junk of all of the crap that Jack has bought with his money. You see a very, very lifelike doll in a French maid's outfit, carrying a knife, and its head is facing one direction, but then it just almost violently turns to face you, and its movements are like super awkward, as it's just kind of herky jerky coming towards you with the knife.
Thank you for being the architect for my new nightmares.
And so the first thing that we're going to do is roll stability for everyone. And this is a potential 4-point loss. And so you need to roll on a d6 a 4 or better to not have any stability loss. You can use your current stability as to buy yourself points toward that.
Okay. I'm going to use 1. I got a 6.
Nice. Okay, so you only lose 1.
I rolled a 4.
Holy smokes, Clint, your stability started off at 4.
I know.
Oh, you are not well, are you?
I'm at a 3.
Am I correct that mine is still at 8? Is that, or did I lose any last time?
You did not lose any last time.
Okay, I'm just gonna roll without spending any.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1.
Oh, goodness.
So what happens to me?
4-point loss.
Oh.
Okay, so I am now at a 4.
You are this is really just digging into your psyche.
Why wouldn't it?
You know the headlines. Murdered woman by sex doll.
This is not. I don't want this to be me. I'm really freaking out.
Right.
Yeah.
Bright minds do not want to be murdered by sex dolls. That's
so embarrassing. That's just not how I want it to go out.
Right.
Okay, what are y'all doing?
So I am going to my guitar case because in my guitar case, in kind of a secret compartment, I pull out a long sword, like a long sword. It's not, the total length of one, but it is a decent sized sword. And
Rob, are you cosplaying as Steven Seagal?
Yeah, I am Steven Seagal right now. But I
What
pull forth.
What I love is I did not notice this on your character sheet until
Yes.
literally sitting down today. But
Yes.
it's not only a sword; it is a sword
It's a sword.
+1.
Well, I put +1 because that's the modifier that swords have.
Oh, gotcha.
When it comes to damage, so it's a +1 mod when you use the sword. I had to look that up, but
okay, I was like, dang, you give yourself some D&D magic weapons there. That's
Reese,
yeah, I'm
awesome.
giving myself
this
magic
character?
weapons. It's a special character, but yeah, I'm grabbing my sword and I'm moving in the direction of this creepy goddamn doll.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything ranged?
Gun. Yeah. Wait. Yep. Nope. I have a gun.
Okay, so guns would go first.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and shoot,
and I can spend shooting points, correct?
you can, yes.
All right. I would like to spend 2 shooting points.
We are early in the day.
I know. I'm doing it anyway.
All right.
I can't
And I
imagine
rolled
that
a natural
has
6.
Oh,
I was
nice.
gonna say I can't imagine a sex doll has a high hit threshold.
I don't care. I spent those 2 points because
Okay.
remember, it freaked me out so much. I'm overreacting to this
That's fair.
situation.
That's fair.
All right.
All right.
Let me think. All right. Go ahead and roll again for damage.
Do I still
I'll
add
do
the 2 or
+2.
no? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Another nat 6. I promise I'm not lying.
Dang.
2 in a row.
Rolling them
For the
big
sex
BB
doll.
dice.
Once we
Okay.
get to the main bad guy, I will start rolling ones, don't worry.
All right. You see this bullet go just straight through her plastic chest, and there's there's like a little cloud of dust that just pops up because she's been laying in that chair for like 4 years. And you notice as you do, and it's really hard to see in the low light here, but there seems to be a shimmer behind the doll as the bullet continues through and then ends up in the wall. But if the doll has probably a pre-recorded sound that it makes that is not at all appropriate for being shot, we will put that in the podcast version.
So it just like passes through, like it's transparent doll.
No, the doll's not transparent.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There seems to
There's
be
something
like
glimmery behind the doll.
I will take the DSLR around my neck and take a picture with the flash on.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that reveal anything?
Yeah, and you see as like there's a battle going on around you, and you're like looking at the it's like, oh, that's fascinating. There is a shadow of something of like a human figure, but massive in size behind it, so large that it is like hunched over the doll, and you can only see it by its shadow on the wall behind it, but you can clearly make out like the doll's shadow in this just massive figure, like holding its arms like it's a puppet.
So, given that my stability is a 3, how does that affect me, do you think?
In the heat of battle, I think you're okay.
Okay.
As you'll
Doll's
process,
still alive.
Yeah, like what is the doll like?
The doll's still alive?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the doll was never alive. This is the problem with sex dolls. It would.
Oh, I get it now.
If
man.
it were alive, it would just be a girlfriend.
This would be a crime.
This would be
Yeah.
misogyny, correct?
Or a crime, right? Exactly. The doll is still up.
But is it moving?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
Rob's sword.
Rob, what is? Let's take a look. What is your scuffling score?
My scuffling and my shooting are the same. They're both a 6.
Okay. All right. It's going to get a little bit ahead of you. And like awkwardly draw the knife back and swing at you. And it with a 5 it is going to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And so it cuts across your chest and just leaves a gash there that's pretty bad, and you take 4 damage.
Ouch.
And you can strike back.
All right. I'm gonna target the arm that has the knife, and I'm gonna try to lob it off.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to use 2 scuffling points for that with my sword. I rolled a 6, so that's an 8.
Goodbye, arm.
Well, against this doll.
I swear to God, Paul, if this is some kind of Evil Dead thing where the hand then crawls our way.
Yeah. I rolled another 6 for damage, so that's 7.
Y'all are on fire.
Yeah, until the next 15, 20 minutes, perhaps.
Yeah.
All right, you as you slice through this arm, and it goes straight through, and the hand part goes up, like somebody was holding it up, and then the weight falls off of it, and it goes up and just flies across the room and hits the ceiling and the wall on the side. And you're not looking at that though. You're slicing through it. You're watching the backswing to make sure you're cutting through, and you see that shimmer as your sword is meeting resistance again, and slicing through something else. And there's this shimmer of light that goes through the wound, and all of a sudden the doll just completely collapses onto the ground, and the room is silent again.
Obviously, I'm going to fornicate with it.
No, you are not.
No, I'm not. No. So, I can send this picture to Lore that I took, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna transfer it to my phone via SD card and pop it off.
I can't. Does Clint trust Lore?
That's the question, right?
Yeah. Right.
Better relationship with Lore, I think, than our other selves.
Yeah, because y'all decided last time is that y'all are playing pretty according to the rules.
Yeah, pretty straight and narrow. And I have some background in occult studies too, right? So
right.
I have a question. The dust.
No, the doll is mine.
No. Can I?
And then I turned to Clint and I said, "Sorry about the arm there, but I really didn't want to get stabbed again."
I shrug and then let Jen keep talking.
He's really into it more now without the arm.
Maybe it's a kink form. I don't know.
Is it dusty enough that maybe I could see, are there footprints from maybe something invisible walking around?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I should take a look over there, and let me take a look at character sheet. What might we be using here?
It's probably some kind of let's see. Is there just
I
no like
forgot.
general investigation? Like
Raleigh
No.
has 0 technical skills.
0 technical skills. That's right.
So
Like
good.
Raleigh
I
is
love that.
the best way to describe Raleigh is that he doesn't like any of that shit.
Oh, I was gonna say he's the epitome of it is what it is. Literally, ballistics.
basically.
It's just a bunch of bullets.
Basically, yeah.
does anyone have evidence collection? Maybe.
No.
Maybe
I
someone
don't
with
have
technical
that.
skills.
I have hardly any technical skills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would say though that between knowing exactly what you're looking for and like photography, like really using the cameras stuff, then you can see that and like this room is not dusty that you're in, but the doll had been dusty, and as the dust came off of it, you can see that there was a footprint there, and it's it's pretty unclear, but like y'all are comparing it to your own feet, and it's huge.
I'll like throw something or like something to see if it's still there, or did it disappear when we killed the sex doll?
I imagine I would have been swinging just anyway in that area to see.
Yeah, and y'all don't hit anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rob's just out here destroying my beautiful partner.
Look, man, she stabbed. You see this wound here? It's not just like it's more than a flesh wound, my friend. I'm gonna need to get this taken care of.
Yeah, man, I do not care. This beautiful creature deserves our attention, and you just, yeah, of course, there was probably a knife, but who hasn't brandished a knife in the moment of passion?
Seeing as how he is not taking my wound seriously, I take the sword and I jam it right into the sex doll's head.
I take a very I come up to Raleigh and I take a picture right in his face with the flash on, very angrily.
It's Elliot. Where is Elliot during all of this?
Why do I get the impression that the reason Norman is obsessed with kids jacking off on buildings is because he caught Clint?
He could have. That is a bit of lore we can introduce.
Yeah.
The connective tissue between my two characters, perfect. Totally makes sense.
All right.
You really need to be careful. There are process servers out there that are really vigilant about this kind of thing.
Like, very vigilant, man. I met one dude, complete and total, like, uptight nerd, and you don't want to mess with that, because it's like, he made a name for himself on, like, busting kids
neighborhood watch
all over the place. Yeah, like, just really vigilant. Like he thinks he's the Batman of busting kids whacking off. So you better watch yourself.
You uncouth swine. You do not know the depths of my passion. How dare you?
I want to know the depths of your passion. Where's Elliot?
I think you need to check your passion here.
Elliot is like looking around in that junk room and just seeing like where the knife came from and all.
I would like to join him.
Can y'all make sure that there ain't any more knives? I don't want to get stabbed again. Wasn't really fun.
We missed this. The first sweep through. This was a.
Wait, did we not
really drop the ball on
there? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure because like this is like half the stuff in here is like that as seen on TV stuff, if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
Like that whole section of CVS.
Yes.
Yeah, like there's a Ronco Showtime over in the corner. Yeah, set it and forget it, baby. I know how that works.
Elliot will as you come in and say, wish you hadn't have broken that door earlier. I'd sure like to lock it now.
You and me both, man.
But what the hell? And he doesn't actually, he doesn't see anything in here, and just thinks it's like, okay, so Lore said yesterday that if that is a doorway downstairs, then there might be some kind of like, remnants of psychic energy that would kind of act like ghosts, and or there might be something that came through. Now, and Kayla said that she saw one of the ghosts was really big.
Yeah,
I do remember that. Yeah.
I mean, the dude that I think we saw controlling this thing, or the shadowy thing, it was very big. She specifically said that this figure, because her ex-husband, or the husband she separated from, he's 6 feet tall. She said that he wouldn't even come up to this thing's shoulder. So, what the hell do we know that's that tall? I'm kind of creeped out here.
Yeah. The ghosts that y'all saw in the mirror, though, were any of them that big? And no, they weren't.
I don't think
I'm asking you
so.
questions and giving you the answers.
Right.
I'm like frantically reading my notes, like,
No. Not
Didn't
that
I think
know
we would have noticed that,
Right.
or rather, Paul
Yeah.
would have told us that.
Right. Well, yeah, that's
Right.
why I answered the question, because I didn't say that they weren't, but I would have said that one of them was like hunched over, towering over. All
Right.
If they were.
Right.
How decomposed did they look?
So that it was tough for y'all to see, because it was seriously a split second that you saw them. The ones that really stood out were the two charred ones, and these were the same ones that we actually got a closer look at outside. In hindsight,
Okay.
one of them definitely looked like Mary.
Mm.
Okay.
And as you went through the file that Deputy South gave you, one was kind of a short, tubby guy like Charlie. You do have pictures of Charlie, because that was part of the murder file.
So they've disappeared. They're presumed murdered, or did they
Yeah.
actually find find bodies?
If I remember correctly, they were
Okay.
presumed
Right.
dead.
They
because
So
they were
we don't
missing.
actually know what happened.
No.
Right. So here's the question then. If we don't know what happened to them, were they killed on this property? Because it seems kind of weird that their charred corpse ghosts would be here. That's very weird, especially when you think of ghosts being tied to, property.
Well,
or
maybe
something.
Mary, for some other reason, feels connected to the property, even if she didn't die here.
But that would only explain one of many.
Right.
That's true. But then,
Have I heard-
are we then to believe that a lot of folks have died here? That's
Right.
disturbing.
Yeah.
Have I heard back from Lore, Paul?
On the photo,
Yeah.
So he will send a message that will say, essentially, I'm checking records, but I do not have anything of that size.
Okay.
We don't think there's any possible way that it's a human, like way too big to ever be a human, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's, I think, so far the only thing we've seen that doesn't appear human. Everything else seems like
Right.
ghosts of
Yes.
real humans. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess the natural assumption then is that the body's around here somewhere.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is like those bodies gotta be buried here somewhere. Like I think the first option would be the basement. The other option would be the lake or
Yeah, something about the lake or the
Our
pool.
contacts, would our contacts with law enforcement get us a cadaver dog? If we so
Yeah, you
chose to
can.
contact the sheriff and see if we can get somebody out
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, you can ask. You can ask South.
How long would that take if I asked him about that?
You're pretty sure it would take a little bit at least.
Okay.
Probably
Do we think
days, not hours.
Is the dog in another state?
I would
probably a couple
imagine
towns
from
over or something.
Is the dog like hanging out at the like a fair somewhere?
I only say that, and I'm trying to
It's
remember like
busy.
what true crime thing did I listen to that had a cadaver dog, and it took time to actually do it.
time? So I know drug dogs you can get there quick,
Yeah.
but cadaver dogs are a little bit more
Well,
hard to come by.
well, that's because they're anxious to make drug busts and not
You
to
don't
find
you don't
bodies.
just have right. You don't just
Sorry.
have cadaver dogs
Because bodies are
on
problems.
the wings.
Bodies are problems, you know. Yeah.
Bodies are problems that you now have to solve, and maybe you don't want to do.
Well, do we? I mean, I suppose we could always. I don't know. I don't know if we have a couple days.
No, I don't think we got a couple days on this one, y'all.
No, exactly.
I'm thinking that maybe their bodies may, like, how deep is that lake?
Yeah.
Just from like maybe like shore, how deep would we presume that lake is?
Not crazy deep. Like, I mean, you if you had some goggles, you could probably search it without scuba gear.
All right. Can I
give
roll
it a couple
preparedness?
hours.
Yeah. Can I roll
Okay.
preparedness to see if I have some goggles?
I'm just trying to think of how we would search for a body anywhere other than the lake, though. That seems like a very large undertaking.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Either the lake or the basement. Like,
Yeah.
Or even like
shovels
buried in
and-
that massive yard. There's a lot of property out here, and I mean, we could go looking for burn piles, maybe,
Mm,
because the bodies were charred.
Paul,
Yeah.
what if like there's crap everywhere, right? In this
That
house,
room?
it's like everywhere pretty much, right?
Or were.
Well, that room has the most junk in it, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
There's Yeah.
evidence.
Is there a
of living.
Ouija board anywhere?
Not that you have found. No.
Okay. Can we go take a look for one then? Can I just
Can I make
rummage
a
around?
Ouija board? You can just make one. Can I just make one?
Well, I'll say in the house. In the house, there's not one.
What about in the basement?
There's
Is the basement in the house?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's nothing in the basement.
Jen, where are your basements located?
Under the house. At the bottom.
What we could just roll preparedness for one. I think that could be something.
You brought goggles. All right.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, like
okay, so in this mullet of a car, I'm like going off of our prior statement of business up front, what the hell is that in the back? I imagine there's all sorts of crap in the trunk of that car.
yeah.
So yeah, preparedness. I'd say it'd be a little weird to have it, so I would say 5 and above, but yeah.
I've got 8 points.
I was gonna say I only have 5, so if you want to go ahead and
I'll spend 4 points just to get the success.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, y'all hate me, but I love y'all. All right, I found my map. I had to go back to the download file. All right, here we go.
Yay.
There it is.
Yeah. All right. All right. So it is still though the middle of the night or early morning. Are y'all
Right.
gonna try to get some more sleep? Or you up and at 'em? It would not be wise probably to go search the lake right now.
So you're saying search lake times 2? Like
right,
2 of the
yeah.
3 of us should go in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more sleep. I'm gonna keep my sword right next to the bed and yeah, just try to get a couple more hours.
I would like to actually not sleep. I want to keep watch and just kind of maybe pretend to sleep or position myself in such a way that see if I notice anything happening while the crew is sleeping.
Okay. All right. Roll perception. Wait, I'm sorry, wrong game.
I was gonna roll too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
The first D20 roll in order of podcasters.
Is Clint trying to get some rest? Elliot will try.
No, Clint's awake. He was very invigorated by the idea of the sex doll. Now he's filled with passion and fire.
Disappeared with the sex doll. We don't know where he's at.
He's like Ascosky. Are you sure you don't want to go to sleep? Go to sleep.
No, he's gonna. Paul, you trying to DM me over here? trying to DM me here?
I think he's trying to ruin your night.
Interesting. I will. Okay, Paul, let's do this your way. I will go to bed, but I will do this under protest.
You can go.
Yeah.
You can stay up.
No, it's okay, Paul. You clearly want us to go to bed for some reason, except for one of us. So
I don't care.
I took the arm off and I mashed the
nothing
face.
that's going to happen tonight. I promise. So
I'll go to bed either way.
all right. So morning comes, and it is actually a nice morning. The rain from yesterday has passed, and as y'all are getting up and all, you hear downstairs the front door opening and a woman's voice that says, "Hello, Michaela. Hello."
I'll go down and see who this is and just say, well, Michaela's not here. She hasn't come back yet, huh?
No, she has not. Okay.
Okay, yeah, no, Michaela's not here. Can I ask who's looking for her?
And you are greeted by a woman who is probably early 30s, with dark hair and wearing like a very dark jacket and skirt, and she kind of looks surprised, like, "Oh, hi, oh, hello. Yeah, I was just coming to check on Michaela. My name's Sophia Olivers."
And how do you know Michaela?
Well, I'm her doctor.
Doctor. Do you make house calls often?
Well, she's been having a rough time of things, and
Of
I
course.
just wanted to check in on her. How do you know Michaela?
We were called to help her. She's trying to sell the place, so we're cleaning.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's very nice of you. Is that your car out front?
Oh, that's no. No, that's not my car.
Shouldn't be anybody's car.
And she's very clearly has invited herself and is kind of looking around and saying,
Oh, hi. Yeah, okay. All right, no, all right.
Yeah.
Come right on in.
Well, she was she was right when she told me this was kind of a spooky place, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we've had no incidents though.
No, I wouldn't imagine you would. It's like a place like this though can get in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I'm glad she moved or staying in town. It's
Well, why are you looking for her here if you know she's staying in town?
oh, that's a good point. Silly me. Silly me.
Ah, yeah.
So
Right. Well, bye.
oh yeah, go yeah. Feel free to go back to work. I'll just take a look around.
What you looking for? Maybe I can help you. We were just packing a bunch of stuff, so I might actually know where it is if you tell me what you're looking for.
Nothing in particular.
Oh, okay. Well, then why are you here?
Like I said,
Looking for Michaela, who's not here, and looking for nothing in particular.
well, she could come back today, right? I hate to come all the way out here
Right.
and missed her.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to wait, that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of like linger and just kind of keep an eye on her. I'm not gonna let her out of my sight.
So, despite the fact that there's are multiple bedrooms, Clint has elected to fall asleep on the floor, starfish, and he is in the other room, but can kind of see the front door, can kind of see the exchange, and then he makes eye contact with Augustine and kind of like very lazily just like motions to him.
Like come hither.
Yeah,
Okay, I was confused.
yeah, like a kind of like this, but like very lazily.
Augustine's apparently ignoring you, or
Yeah, I know.
Barely.
Yeah.
or she forgot who she's playing.
Oh, I no,
Right.
I'm a female.
Right.
Oh, apologies. Yes.
Yeah, I'll like kind of sidle over, but like not pick me
Yeah.
up.
And then like very very tired, I'll whisper like, "We got cameras everywhere."
That's true. That's true. We don't have them everywhere, but still.
A lot of
still.
places. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then-
So I peek my head out of my room. I've got my sword, and I just say, "Should I put this away? Or should I keep it out?"
You know what? It doesn't. Whatever. It doesn't probably doesn't matter.
All right, fine. I put it back in the guitar case, and I pick it up, and I decide to come downstairs.
I'll
um,
maybe we should let her think no one's watching since we
No.
do have cameras.
now, Raleigh, have you changed your shirt?
Yeah, you still covered
No.
in blood?
Yes, I am absolutely still covered in blood.
Okay, Sophia will definitely is like, oh my goodness, what happened?
You know how it happens. Sometimes you have a mishap and you fall on your own sword sometimes, and it happens to me all the time. It used to happen to me all the time. This is the first time it's happened in at least like 5 years. I don't know. I was kind of feeling a little tired. Who are you?
Oh yeah, I'm my name's Sophia. What's your name?
My name is Raleigh.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. How did you know about this place?
Oh, because Michaela.
Oh,
And,
how do you know Michaela?
well, I'm her doctor.
Really? You general practice?
The other kind, and she'll tap on her head.
Specific practice.
Okay. You know,
Ask
one
her
of
her
those-
last name.
So you're like one of those like quote unquote intellectual doctors, not the meat cutting kind and the give you pills kind. I got you. I got you.
I haven't heard it explained
so-
that way, but I like that a lot.
Raleigh, ask her her last name.
My last name is Oliver's.
Her last name's Oliver's, dude. You can get up now. So I have a question. What is your specialty? You know, you're a you're an intellectual doctor. What is your area of expertise? expertise, if I may
While
ask?
he's asking her this, I'm Googling
Yeah,
Dr.
that's-
Sophia Olivers.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
You will find her, but in a psychiatric practice in Virginia.
That don't seem right.
No.
And then she will say, well, you really should be careful about an old place like this. You never know what you'll find, and you know, this is sort of place that your mind can very easily play tricks on you.
Oh, really? You think so, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Like, it feels kind of like you're playing a trick on me right now. You know, it just all feels kind of like a trick. This is a little too early in the morning for me, but you know, it's just kind of strange you showing up like this again. What is your area of expertise? Did because you didn't tell me that.
I'm a psychologist.
Oh, so you're like a literal like brain doctor, but without the meat cut. Okay.
Mhm.
So what kind of psychologist would have an interest in this here house?
I have an interest in my patient.
Were your patients not? Did I leave? I don't know if I left. Your
Tell,
patient's
tell
not
me,
here.
because I don't know of many cases in which a psychologist makes house calls, coming to look at the house that your patient doesn't really live in. It's just
And also
here.
doesn't call ahead.
Uh,
Yeah,
Clint,
this is
goddamn it.
2017. You do not show up unannounced.
Yeah, that just seems very shady, if you ask
Well,
me.
It feels about as shady as finding 4 people in my patient's house who don't belong here.
Well, the thing is we met with Michaela yesterday, and truth be told,
Let's call her.
Clint, why don't you do
Yeah,
that,
I should.
bud?
Coming up the downstairs. Hold on.
Yeah, you need to get up, bud. Why
So
don't you make that call?
He marches up and he gets next to Raleigh and like crosses his arms and he's like, Raleigh, let's call her and put her on speakerphone.
Yeah, I think that
a great idea.
Wait,
Oh, he also zips up his fly too. I forgot to mention that part.
God,
you are not. God damn it, man! Like you really went hard on that doll last night. God damn it!
Did you?
Quiet parts out loud. Stop.
Look, y'all have fun. I'll catch up with Michaela later.
No. Let's give her a call.
Let's just hold on a sec. Let's just clear up this entire thing because we came out here yesterday with her.
If you want to see her, we can get her out here.
Yeah.
And she will head out the front door.
Can we get a picture of
I guess you
a
didn't want to
license
see
plate
her
or
so
something?
bad after all.
Yeah, so she has a Mercedes.
Clint's snapping.
Outside.
Clint is snapping.
Also, we're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
The plates are Virginia.
What?
If that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Okay. Why would her Virginia doctor make a trip all the way down here to see her house? That doesn't make sense.
After she leaves, I would like to call Michaela. Anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna text the license plate to Lore.
Or maybe the sheriff might could run the plates.
No,
Yeah.
true.
Yep.
Yeah, and either one will confirm ownership of Sophia Olivers in Virginia.
So, yeah, I think we need to get Michaela on the phone and ask her
let's call her
about this.
Yeah, and Michaela has no idea who this person is. She says it sounds familiar, but she doesn't know her.
Have you ever been in Virginia?
No, no. I mean, I'm, you know, I pretty
Can
much
we
lived in
send her a
Austin since
picture?
my whole life.
Yeah.
Let's send her a picture. Maybe
Yeah,
she recognizes.
she'll get it. It's like, no, no, I've not seen this woman.
Okay.
I'd like to.
Well, she knew you.
Yeah, she did. I want to send a text to Lore for any information on Sophia Oliver's that he may have. And I mean, it sounds like a long shot, but still, go through the
Yeah,
hierarchy.
yeah, and he will respond with what he has, which is just kind of education, practice, no ethics complaints, license in order.
So if I Google her, there's not going to be any news stories with her name attached to it.
No.
Okay.
Make sure you get to that like page 5 area.
Page 5. Get to
really
page
important.
5.
Yeah. Like once you get past page 5, I feel like you really start to know somebody. That's where the bodies are.
Oh, look at her LinkedIn profile.
Yeah, the bodies are buried past page 5.
Got it. No podcasts made about her.
Exactly.
So far.
Like when the true crime people start calling, you've got a problem on your hands. One other thing that I want to ask, she has no ties to Ordo, does she? I text him that.
No.
Okay.
There's no flute though.
I don't. Where's the flute?
We haven't used flute in
stuff.
To
Just
bring
saying.
the duck call back out is what I need to do.
Yeah.
Duck call.
Duck call's in my room. I can go get it.
Oh, there it is.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Crazy lady.
I've forgotten about the flute.
Clint's gonna shuffle over and eat some breakfast.
What are you gonna eat?
Augustine, are you going to
What from the car? From the car.
Cook eggs again and try not to drop them on the floor this time.
Right.
So how y'all like y'all's eggs? How y'all like your eggs?
I'm busy eating toast. Just plain old toast.
Toast for you. How does everybody like their eggs? Elliot, I can do poached.
Oh, thank you.
Was it Elliot that liked poached, or was it who was it? Was it me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And Elliot,
like, man, if you're gonna do poached, you kind of gotta have that hollandaise sauce, man.
Don't have any, and
I know, it's tough. It's tough, but like that's all I'm saying. Whatever you feel like cooking, that's easy for you. I'm not a hard person to please.
Elliot will say, okay, so Misty, I gotta go pick up Misty because we're gonna be LARPing today.
Dude, seriously?
Okay, all right.
It's not gonna take long.
Are we not on a case here?
We are going to be like, look, I contacted some friends, and we're gonna be doing it out like on the property here. And so if y'all see something crazy, like there's gonna be like several Ordo members,
dude,
here.
What if Misty like finds out?
Yeah, you're bringing her really close.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Don't move, bro.
It's going to be fine. Everything's going to be fine. I do though have a question. That one of the people that he asked was Norman. Is he coming?
To LARP? No.
No. Okay.
To LARP? No.
That's a decision tree I'll need to make for you, Paul. But no.
I want to see Brian roleplay 2 characters.
Would there be any other reason for him to come?
No.
If the cover story is LARPing, then no.
No.
Look, okay, man. I'm cool with it this one time, but we're gonna have to have a serious conversation, dude. Because your marriage is getting in the way of this. This is important shit. Okay, like whatever the hell this thing is, man. I'm kind of scared. because I ain't never seen anything like this. This is out of my wheelhouse.
I know. Look, y'all don't know her. She can be really sweet, and I know she's like can be very superficial.
Nutso?
Okay,
She nutso.
Dude,
she can.
Dude,
she
have
can
you
come
checked
across-
page 5 of a Google search?
Google recently. I have questions.
Y'all don't see her when we're together. She really cares for me. She
When you're
loves me.
intimate, you mean?
No, not like that.
I don't want to know. I don't want to go to that part of this conversation.
She's
Like-
she can be very, very nice, and like we connect, and that's important to me. And like I want to get to the bottom of this, but that's really important to me.
Dude, I think at a certain point, because I respect you and we've worked together a long time, I think you kind of got to make the decision between Ordo or her. And I don't want to put you in the place where I say, well, you're going to have to choose either me or her. But, like, you got to really consider your future here, man. If you're,
Yeah, man.
like, if you're head over heels for her and stuff, dude, I think you should consider hanging up the Ordo stuff. Because, like,
I didn't want to. I didn't
You
want to
gotta-
bring it up while we're
You gotta do
while we're
goes
out here, but
goes before hose.
Hose before hose.
I already let the Mr. Verities know that this was going to be my last case, and I didn't want to.
What? When were you gonna tell us?
Well,
Yeah, dude.
after we stopped being stabbed by sex dolls.
let's be completely clear. There was no we, it was a me.
after you stopped being stabbed by sex dolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Thank you.
I know, like I didn't want to tell y'all in the middle of the investigation, but
We can kind of tell your heart has really not been in this one. You
Like,
disappeared for a really
yeah,
long time
dude.
before.
Dude, what's
I
important
was investigating
here-
the boathouse.
dude,
Wow.
what's important
Investigating the boathouse.
here- yeah. Dude,
You
what's
sent me
important
there.
here is that you're happy.
Yeah, you went in a circle.
I
Look,
appreciate you, Rob.
y'all-
Thank you.
Y'all, what's important right now is like, yeah, we got to get to the bottom of this. It's his last case, but I think what's important, right now, man, is that you're happy going in that direction. And I completely respect it, like, go live your life, dude. It's not easy to, because normally this life kind of just takes you. You just do it until you die. So I respect that a lot.
Well, thanks. And yeah, I'm gonna get this LARP thing out of the way, and then I told her that the whole thing was gonna be a few more days, and so I'll be available at that point.
Look, if you see Norman, tell him to back off of Clint. It was only the one time. We all trust him. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Look, he's
What-
sleazy,
Yeah,
but he's
Norman
not
wouldn't come.
dangerous.
Like I thought that would be right up his alley, right?
Yeah,
There is silence.
I
And-
mean, like, fuck, I could definitely see, Norman arresting him like right on the spot. It'd be great.
Well, that's probably
But,
true.
like,
So that's probably why. I said
yeah,
it.
yeah, it's wise that he didn't show up, but like, that is what it is, man. We got a job to do here. Like,
Yeah.
you go take care of you go take care of your business. We're gonna search for stuff here, like, and we'll see what we find.
All right. All right. I'll see y'all in a bit. And he will take off. Now the
I
ghost
turn-
comes
I
in your
turn
own
to-
eye.
I turned to Clint. And I said, "Dude, what is up with you this morning? What's going on?"
I'm tired. I'm tired, and the food here
Dude.
sucks.
Why did you sleep on the floor?
It was comfy.
Are you sure? Because you seem like a very dude. Okay, listen. I apologize about the sex doll, but like, you were getting a little out of hand. I kind of had to rein that in. And we're here. It's serious business. I apologize, but like,
Well,
let's get it together.
If it's serious business, why do you have a guitar here, you insipid fool?
I carry it
Meanwhile,
everywhere with me,
he's
man.
playing the guitar while.
Like, yeah, I've pretty much pulled it out, and it's like, dude, sometimes you got to do that thing that kind of eases the anxiety, because I'm in a situation that I'm not completely comfortable and familiar with, and the guitar just kind of, puts that ill at ease, to bed for a little while. So, yeah, that's the only reason why I really have it. Also, it's how I carry my cool ass sword, so it doubles as that. It doubles as basically a scabbard. So
Why carry a sword when we have guns that you can shoot from a further distance?
it's an ancient family heirloom that we use to defend our home every month from these stupid things that would come through this, like, break in the membrane. We didn't even know what it was for a long ass time until
An ancient family tradition from like from where? From Kentucky?
No, we're talking about New Orleans, man. My family used to own this this house that was right next to this graveyard, and every month there was something that would come.
By now, Clint has walked away. He is bored.
God damn it, man. All right, whatever. I continue to and just walk around the house, and I'm telling basically my family legend through this song.
Elliot has walked away. Clint's walked away.
All right, I want you to.
Away.
All right, now I need Paul to write this song. I'm sorry, it's gotta happen now.
Soundtrack.
Yep.
Oh, the dead keep
Oh, here we go.
rising
Here we go.
From the graves. And my family got these +1 long swords.
Shit, I wish I had a lighter right now. That's it. It's right there. That's the song.
All right. So the day is yours.
So Elliot's gone to get his LARPing friends and his LARPing wife. Has he asked Michaela to be on the property?
Has he asked what?
Are they gonna LARP on the property? Is that what I understood?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Does Michaela know about this?
Yeah, does Michaela know about this?
No.
I imagine not. No.
Tight.
Yeah.
Okay, are we gonna go? We're gonna go look at the lake. Is that on the agenda for today?
Or I listen, folks. I think maybe if we decided to make a Ouija board, I think this might be a good move. I'm just saying.
Okay, all right, I like this. I like this plan.
That always turns out well.
Right. I mean, if Milton Bradley can make one, I can make one.
Right. Like, if a man named Milton Bradley can market me a Ouija board, I think we can handle it.
We got it.
Yeah.
What general abilities, Paul, would that fall under, making a Ouija board?
I think you can. Yeah, like you know, you all have like skill in occultic studies, and so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I would just have to find like I don't know how you. I mean, there's plenty of wood around. I don't know if you're.
We make the planchette out of the sex doll's hand.
Wow. Okay.
Oh yeah, like we could put a hole. It's like there's put a hole.
Is it sticky? How sticky is the hand?
Oh, zero. To be clear, Clint never consummated. He thought he would, then fell asleep on the ground.
Yeah. I made sure to clean off the hand before anything, before we used it. So
I'm still just not going to touch it, just in case.
That look, we need you to put your hands on it in order to make this work. So you're gonna have to touch it.
Hey.
I know it's like, look, I know what this is, but this is for the good of putting this shit to bed. So Let's all gather around the sex doll hand.
All right. What do we want to ask the Ouija board?
I think the
Can
first question is who's here?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Is there a presence in the room?
Yeah, like name. What is your name?
We getting any activity?
All right. How long are you willing to work on this?
As long as it takes.
I'd say it.
I don't know about that.
An hour. I would say
a couple of hours. Say we could, it's morning time. I feel like we can waste a morning.
Yeah.
And then do the lake in the afternoon.
Yep.
Yeah.
While the LARPers run around.
Mm-hmm.
Question: what's the weather like this morning?
It's nice.
Okay. Good deal.
All right. So it does take a while, and as you're just kind of you keep like beating your head against the wall, figuratively, with just no response, and finally, I'm just trying to make sure I have the right one. Finally, the hand moves, and it just kind of stutters at first on this board, but then starts moving steadily over to the B. I just knocked books off my desk. Over to the B, and then I, then L, I, and E.
Billy.
Have we heard the name Billy?
No, you have not.
Can we run the spelling to learn about its etymology?
It might be a double L. I don't know.
So Augustine would remember that the letter from what appeared to be a girlfriend who said that she wasn't going to keep the baby
it was signed B.
It was signed B.
With the letter B. Ah.
Are you buried here?
Let me see. It will be yes.
Can
we ask?
Ask where? Ask where?
And as you ask where, the lights begin to flicker, and you're suddenly aware of a figure coming from the next room, and you just see, like, through the doorway, you see this hand just slam onto the floor and pull, and this woman is beginning to pull herself, one hand at a time, coming towards you, and as you're standing up to look, you see that the bottom half of her body is just crushed and mangled, and trailing blood across the floor, and she looks up at you, but there's this just this huge chunk taken out of her skull and down through one eye that you can. It's so the hole there is so thick you can actually just see straight through it, and she's pulling herself closer and closer to you and making this kind of gurgling noise as she does. And are you doing anything?
Your realtor is not gonna like this. We shoot her.
Are we sure we want to do that?
But yeah, hold on a sec.
How like it's moving pretty slowly, right, Paul?
What what was the term that got modded?
There's a couple
Sextol
of
and
them.
then long.
Yeah.
Because last time Wilkes used hard and sextol in the same post, and it caught it for that.
That's what it was. That's what it
So,
was.
yeah.
It was
Wilkes.
sextol and long.
Wilkes.
Don't
Like-
TOS us.
Like, hold on a second before you shoot. Like, is it like is this like an apparition, or are they physically there?
It appears to be physical.
Okay, so I once again take my DSLR, take a shot. What do I see, Paul?
It's the same thing you're seeing in like with your eyes. It's
So there's no dark
Shoot
figure.
it with my gun.
no dark figure behind.
I kind of
Okay.
want to shoot it with my gun. I don't know. It's gross and it's coming at us. It's leaving a trail of blood. I don't know.
But there's no
I will hesitate though. Wait
there's
for
no
instruction.
being attached to it though, right? And I show them
No.
the picture.
Right? No. There's not.
Can we look?
I'm
Okay,
still-
can
I'm
so
I'm still
gonna
just gonna pull my sword out just to have it ready.
I will lean in,
Face.
but like not too close. Like let's say like 3 or 4 feet, and then like very slowly, as if I'm talking to a child, I will yell, "How can we help you?"
Okay. It kind of just very, very slowly pulls itself forward, and then stops, and her head, she can't really lift it very well, so she just kind of rolls it to the side. So she's looking at Clint, and again that gurgling sound as she lifts a bloody hand and points out the front door.
So I guess we'll open the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you turn to open the door, and you'll open it, and you turn back, and both the woman and the blood are gone.
Damn, because I had this whole thing where I was gonna pick her up and just have her like use her as a compass.
So, front door area is that in like this like turnaround here, or whatever
Right.
that is in the front?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So pointing
Um,
towards the pool.
No, the other side.
No, the other way.
Oh, the other side. Okay.
Closer to the gate there. Could she be buried in this area?
I mean,
Right.
do we have shovels?
Preparedness. We could try.
I mean, we could probably find one in a shed or something. I'd imagine
Yeah.
with
Probably so.
grounds like this,
Yeah.
we could probably.
Yeah, I'll go see if I can rustle one about around. And I go and do that.
Okay. What building are you gonna go to? Let me pull up my map.
What is that building right next to? Like, on that path between the house and the pool.
Yeah, that is. Oh, that's the interior map. That is a large shed-like building. So.
But yeah, I'm gonna go look in there
Okay.
for a shovel.
Before we do that, let's go ahead and roll stabilities. This one, this one would only be a 3 loss, but you still have to hit 4.
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 2.
Ooh. All right, 3 loss for the 2 of you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna need to get my.
I'm
insanity
down to
rules
a
out.
1.
I'm 0 stability. I'm not stable at all.
I'm pretty rock solid right now.
Okay. All right, Clint at 0. You are shaken at this point. Like this is starting to get to you. And so otherwise it's not going to affect you too badly until you get to -6, which case you're in trouble.
Noted.
All right. All right. So you cross as you head over there, Raleigh. You actually see like there's a number of tools that are like on the outside of the building. They have pegs there, and looks looks a little little rusty, but will probably do. And as you grab one, you in the corner of your eye, you see the same woman again, but now she's like tucked away behind the building, and she's just on the grass, and her head is tilted and looking at you, and her hand lifts, and she just points down.
I will pick up the shovel. So I've got my sword in one hand, the shovel in the other, and I start walking towards her.
Okay. All right, and as you do so, like she seems to just kind of turn to dust and just disappear as you approach, and behind you, and very suddenly, you hear what sounds like a door slamming, and your head turns around, and the door to the shed is shut. You're pretty sure that it was open, or at least cracked open before.
I'm going to the area where she was pointing to. I'm just gonna start digging.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, and the ground here is just sopping wet, and so it's soft, and the spade just rips it apart, and like the water, like there's pooling water in there, but you're pulling soil out like it was nothing, and eventually you hear the click of the shovel hitting something hard, and as you kind of reach down into the muddy water, you grab onto something hard and pull it out, and it is a human bone.
They're if I yell to them, are they gonna be able to hear me?
Yeah, for sure.
I yell over to them to join me and tell them that I found a bone.
All right.
I'll run out.
I will do the inverse. I will slowly approach.
Okay. Why don't we go ahead and take a quick break here, and we'll come back with more. Where's the clicky thing? All right, we'll be back, everyone. We are back.
Jump in.
Yay!
Woo! Hooray!
See, there's a waveform. I see it.
Oh, I see it too now. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. All right. So you have found a bone. Are you going to dig?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep digging.
Okay. All right. So, you will very, very gradually get pretty much all the bones out, and what you see is that's going to be very, very obvious, and it will be more obvious for Clint.
Your face right now.
What you'll see is a lot of the bones in her legs and abdomen are broken, and it just like lots of cracks, and just the pieces just shattered out, and the same with her skull. It looks like that it has a huge chunk taken out. So what Clint will see in this is that the wound on it looks like she was possibly pinned against something with a car, and then hit in the skull with an axe or something.
I get in touch with Dakota South and tell him that we found the remains of a body.
All right. Okay, well, don't move it or anything. Like,
Oh shit.
Bad news about that. We've kind of just unearthed the entire thing. It was pretty important to the investigation because we're pretty sure we figured out however they did it. Looks like she was pinned down by something large, maybe a vehicle, and she was hit in the head with an axe or something like that.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, don't touch it further. Just leave it there. And
God damn it! My hands are all over this thing, man. All right.
We'll be out. We'll be out. All right.
All right.
How long? So that letter that we had seen, I have 2 dates written down. I have April 26, 2013, scratched out March 18th, 2013. Would that be the date of the letter that B signed?
Yes.
Okay.
So he dragged her up here and did this here, I'm assuming.
And that's we don't want to assume anything, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good for Duffy.
I mean, what kind of?
I mean, there was a restraining order and everything.
Can I use anthropology to figure out how long she's been dead? Or
You were specifically told not to touch those bones.
Yeah, I know, but like I'm impatient, so Shit. Yeah, can I use anthropology at all to do that?
Did the sheriff show up right as he's doing this? Like, goddamn.
Y'all are a ways out, so it will be a little while before they get there.
Okay.
And but yeah, like eh, if you were told the date 2013, you would think, you know what, that's probably about right. And
It looks pretty
soon-
consistent with maybe being 4 years old.
yeah, 3 or 4 years old. You'd probably say 3 to 5, but yeah, like right in that range.
Okay. Damn it. All right. So it looks like we got 3 bodies here now. Right.
Okay, well, I have concerns. I mean, I know that he supposedly has an alibi for these other disappearances, but I mean, I have more questions.
Just because the man has an alibi doesn't mean he couldn't have had somebody do it for him.
Or how sure are we of the location where they disappeared? I mean, like, they never did find a body, so how do we know that they weren't eventually taken back here?
Like, yeah. I mean, you kind of gotta think that, you know, the ghost hunts where the body is. So
yeah, it
regardless of whether, you know, they were killed elsewhere and brought here, their bodies have to be here somewhere.
Right. It seems that he doesn't have as tight of an alibi as maybe we thought.
So here's my question then. I mean, he's missing himself, isn't he?
We haven't seen his ghost yet.
No, but like, what the hell happened to him?
Well, maybe he had a guilty conscience and maybe he left.
Maybe, but I don't know. Something about that big ass whatever the hell that was controlling that sex doll. That's not human. What the fuck is that? And like, I don't know, there's just like so many questions. We gotta find these other bodies. But like, what are we gonna learn from them other than how they were killed? Like, how is this gonna help us figure out what the hell this other thing is?
Well, if we have a serial killer on our hands who clearly has some interest in the occult, if that basement is any indication, I mean, maybe it's Duffy himself that transformed into some kind of monstrosity.
Maybe. I mean,
so Clint's gonna say like, what? Why should we bother the other ones then?
Yeah, I think we maybe tip off law enforcement to what we know, and then they can do a proper official search in the coming days.
I think we need to go into the basement, take a look down in there. Like, is the basement is the basement floor dirt?
Yeah.
Or is it okay? I think we need to do some digging in the basement.
Maybe. Okay. And it was completely bare.
Yeah.
Other than like some occult symbols.
Right in the floor.
Yeah. So maybe like, I don't know, with like near the symbols or something.
Yeah, I think we should dig where the symbols are.
Yeah. Let's go in the basement and do that.
All right. So y'all will go down there and you will start poking around and start digging, and there isn't you don't come up with anything. After a while, Deputy South will poke his head in and say, say, "Hey, just wanted to let y'all know we were here, but we found where y'all dug up those bones, but I think there might be something else you need to see."
All right. And I follow.
Yeah.
Same, but behind everyone else.
So you leave through the front door again, and now there's a number of vehicles that are there, and there are a group of officers that are over where the bones have been found, and they're documenting everything and shaking their heads, going, "Why did they dig it up?" But it's like, but otherwise, South will lead you through the gate, and through here, the area around this dirt road is just ridiculously wooded. But he will say, it's just up here a little ways, and as you get closer, you will see like the tread marks of a car that had gone off the dirt drive, and had kind of sunk into this super wet ground. And you follow these marks that as they go into the woods, and you see kind of nestled amongst the trees over there a car that has been crashed. It's it's kind of a black SUV. That's just that seems like it just hit some of the trees out there.
They're still visible?
What's that?
Are the license plate numbers still intact?
Yeah.
Plates are still intact?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to... Yeah, let's take those plates back to
they run that,
law enforcement. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and South will say, well, as it happens, the owner of the vehicle made himself even more known than just the plates. Over here, he'll go to the side, and there's this a magnet of that's on the door, and it has a picture of a young man in a suit with the name Mike Romero, Realtor, and the logo for Scott Brown Properties right at the top. And South will say the vehicle's his. I called their office, and he was coming out here yesterday to take a look at the property. But Michaela, I remember she mentioned that she was gonna have somebody take a look at it to possibly sell it. He hasn't shown back up to their office or scheduling any showings today.
The crashed vehicle didn't have a body in it, did it?
No.
Right. Look, that Sophia woman that showed up, I got some very bad vibes here.
Yeah.
Something feels off about that. I
agree, Raleigh.
I think you need to find her, question her, because I don't think this isn't Michaela. I don't think Michaela would do something like this, but whatever. But that other woman just, I didn't like her vibe, man. Didn't pass my smell test. So, man, this is getting weirder by the minute. And I'm just a dude with a sword and a guitar.
We should call Elliot. Elliot said we could call him.
Just a dude with a sword.
I do it when I'm nervous. But yeah, we got to get a hold of Elliot here. It's getting more intense. It's getting a little more serious. Sheriff, I think there are at least two other bodies buried on that property. The ghost of one of them led me to that one.
Yeah, you know who they are?
I think it's Mary and Chester, at least, right?
Yeah, Mary and Chester, the ones that they might be out by the lake back there, that pond or whatever. The one name, because we did use a Ouija board, the name that we got is Billy, Bill.
Well, I think this is Billy.
Well, yeah,
I guess
that body over there
Billy.
is Billy, I believe.
Yeah, but I guess we don't know that for certain. I just assumed so.
Yeah, like an ex-girlfriend or something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we'll look into that.
Thoroughly look, though. I mean, because I think it's possible that there's more. Although we think at least these three.
Like just from just from the occult studies and like, because to me, you would think that these murderers would be connected with whatever was going on in the basement, summoning whatever it was. Do we have any idea if there's anything that you would need bodies for to summon? Because it seems like it would be something very serious.
There are there are a number of practices that that groups have done that would have like human sacrifices to summon for some sort of power.
Has that happened at all around here in these parts?
No, not that you know of. And the symbols that you saw downstairs were for some kind of doorway, some kind of portal. It wasn't like an altar for a sacrifice or anything like that. So that's not lining up.
And these murders don't seem like they were ritual murders. Like the way in which Billy died, that's very emotional, and we know that she was an ex-girlfriend or current girlfriend, and there was an emotional connection there. And then the other woman that disappeared is an ex as well. I don't get occult killing vibes here, although I'm not saying they're not connected. I think they might be connected. I just don't know if the motive behind the murders was to summon something. I think it was maybe the other way around.
Did we get any vibe from his house or anything that he had any interest in the occult at all?
Besides the basement?
Right.
Not really.
Is that seen on TV occult?
That he
it is to me. It is.
Okay.
You can't tell me that you don't go
the things there.
Yeah, you can't tell me that you don't go into a store that has an as seen on TV section. You don't buy one thing from it.
You get vibes from the slap chop.
Yeah, vibes from the slap chop. That is going to be our new podcast series. Vibes from the slap chop. That will be our new review of as seen on TV items. Vibes from the slap chop. But like, y'all, I think that woman has something to do with this.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. And I don't know, I think we were assuming that Duffy put the occult symbols there because this is his place. But I guess we can't know if they were put there after he disappeared or not.
Yeah, that's real. Did we get a vibe? We didn't get a vibe whether they seem newer or older, did we?
You did ask that, and it wasn't ridiculously recent, but you do think it was a few years old.
Okay.
Not 50 years old and not a month old.
So he could have, because he disappeared 2 years ago.
He disappeared it was 2 years ago now?
think so. I think it was 2 years, right?
So see that lines up.
Yeah, 2 years ago in 2015.
Man, I'm wondering if he knew this Sophia woman somehow.
Maybe she was drawn here because of the
Maybe.
crimes he committed.
Maybe. I definitely think he's a monster of some kind. I think he did.
I have a
commit
strong
these murders.
suspicion he's our shadow.
Well, I don't know. Well, he could be, but to be honest, I don't know. That other one just does not feel like it's human at all.
Yeah.
Man,
I definitely don't trust the psychologist.
No.
And I think we should
No.
I think we should call Elliot.
yeah. Let's call Elliot and update him on everything.
I successfully moved Elliot to where he needs to be. So yeah.
Sometimes, Paul, sometimes life finds a way.
Wow. That was goddamn. Jeff Goldblum just up in this shit.
Elliot, Elliot will answer the call and say, hey, I was just about to call you. I just got home. That Sophia lady, she was watching us when we were out doing the LARPing thing. She pulled her car up with ours, and she was watching. I tried to confront her on it, but
we think she's involved, man.
Yeah,
we think she's got something to do with this. We found one, we found remains that we're pretty sure, are from an ex-girlfriend, but I think this occult stuff has to do with her.
Huh. Okay, yeah. Do you got? I'm assuming you got the deputy out and all.
Yeah. So they're out here now.
We're gonna keep investigating there, or leave it to them.
Well, problem is that we got this other thing out here, and I don't know what it is, but I do know that our job is to send it back from where it came from or kill it. I don't think we've done our job until we've done that. So I think we've got to do that.
Okay. All right. I can get back. Are you staying there tonight? Or are you gonna head back out? Come back in town for the evening.
I think we should stay. See if something else happens. Granted, I don't think there's enough sex dolls to throw at us, but that's fine.
Well,
one was enough.
You haven't explored all the buildings, have you?
No, that's a good point.
Might be a whole army out there.
You got. That's a great point there, Elliot. God damn it, man. You definitely got my spider senses tingling. Yeah, man. Either way, I think we're staying here again tonight.
Okay. All right. I will be back out in the morning, and I'll be able to stay until the end at that point.
All right, man. We'll see you then.
All right. Okay. So y'all done a lot of digging today, and so it's probably not early still, but you definitely have time to investigate around.
Should we go to the lake?
That's right. We wanted to go to the lake. There's other buildings.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or should we go poke through the other buildings first?
Let's go through the other buildings first.
Yeah. Y'all told South you suspected somebody at the lake, right? I think you mentioned that to him. So
yeah. So he'll dredge the lake.
Yeah,
I would assume.
Okay.
All right, let's go check some buildings then.
All right, where y'all going?
Which one was the one that we sent Elliot to? The one right off the little beach there?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the boathouse.
Okay. Then I guess
we should probably go to that one.
Yeah.
The smaller one?
Well, the smaller one is the shed. I think the larger one is the
we were in the red roofed one when we found Billy.
It was like right outside. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It was right outside.
But did you investigate the inside of it, or did you just walk in and get a shovel and come right back out?
The shovel's on the wall, but
so you didn't go in.
There was some ghostly activity that was happening there. There was a door that closed.
You want to start there then?
Yeah, probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay. Flashlight. Should probably get one of those.
I bet a law enforcement officer has one.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's ask him for a mag light.
I am sure that you brought.
All right, yeah, like
we've got our phones, if nothing else.
Yeah, I'll grab a flashlight from the mullet car and then come right back. And I do retrieve a flashlight from the mullet car.
From the mullet car. Yeah.
All right. As you get out there, the door seems to be sticking a little bit, but with a good push, you're able to get it open. And as you do so, though, you kind of look down and you notice that there's like a roll of barbed wire, sitting next to the building, and it sticks out to you because there's a lot of tools and stuff that have just been kind of leaned up against this building and have probably been there for a while, and they all have grass, growing through it, and they're half buried, or they're they're rusted and kind of tied up in some vines or something like that. But this barbed wire is sitting on top of the grass. It's clearly been put there recently.
I don't like that.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's one interesting thing to note. I would like to just go to it and check it out briefly before going inside.
Yeah, and there's nothing really different about it. It's just it's what you'd expect, except that it had been placed there recently. There's nothing underneath it or anything like that.
Have I seen barbed wire anywhere around the property at all?
No, you have not.
Because these aren't barbed wire fences or anything.
Right, no, they're not.
No. That's very eerie. All right, let's go inside the building.
Okay. All right. So this is pretty big, big building, but very, very, poorly made, and it's just there to provide shelter for all the mostly gardening crap that is right there. It's got some some old supplies for the pool, stuff for the roses, um, uh, in the middle of it, you see an old and rusty Ford van that's just that looks like it's been sitting there for ages. Like all the tires have rotted out, and it's just sitting on its rims, and it doesn't look like it's worked in forever. And then there, in the back, you see some just a few stacks of cardboard boxes. Some of them kind of have their the sides torn or chewed a little bit. Or I didn't mean to say chewed right when Jen was chewing, but it's been Jen the whole time.
Damn it!
It was me.
Yeah. Otherwise, this is just those like old lawnmower. Everything's been here. It like has not moved for ages.
I'd like to take a look at the boxes anyway.
Okay. All right. So inside the boxes, you see just more of what is just very, very clearly Jack's records, keepsakes, more VHS tapes. I'm joking on that. There's and just various things around. There's a couple of things that catch your eye in there, and one of them is a set of old like school work and such. And as you take a look, you realize that this is actually Michaela's stuff, and a lot of it is just she was like very young when her mom took her away, and so there isn't a lot there. It's mostly like drawings and such there. There's one thing that stands out, and it's because it's like it's not coloring and it's not anything else. It looks just like a straightforward piece of paper, and you start taking a look at it, and it is kind of a lengthy description of how the neighbor's dog scared her and would make her cry and seem to want to attack and seem to want to bite. And bear with me, Lottie.
Would this be from 1992, perhaps?
It seems like it, yeah.
Okay.
And you, Raleigh, you're looking at it, and there is a significant whiff of bullshit on this. Like, this doesn't seem right at all. This seems like she was writing dictation. Like somebody was telling her what to put down.
Okay. I will share that with the group and emphasize that, like, man, that's not something a kid would write, especially a kid that young. So I think somebody told her to write that. Gave it to her word by word.
Duffy character less and less as we learn more about him.
Yeah.
The next section you get to, you see some newspaper clippings in there, and it jumps out at you. The first one you see is dog killer jailed, and it has a description of how Duffy was found guilty of this crime, of how he had attempted to shoot the dog and had hit but failed to kill it, and so bludgeoned it to death. And there's seems to be like a series of articles in here about this, and the owners of the dog were Cynthia and Maxwell Grant, and one article was more focused on them, and it had a picture of the small dog when it was alive, and and it also has a picture of the two of them, and you note just the way they stand and the way they kind of relate to each other. It reminds you of those two burned people. Every time their name appears in the article, somebody has underlined it with red pen.
This dude had an anger problem.
I'd like to just call Dakota South and just ask them about these people. Did they go missing?
And he'll poke it like, you call them like, hey, or you picked up a phone call. Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, if he's nearby, yeah. Just have him check and see if these folks are missing.
Yeah, and he'll come by and he'll say, yeah, you aren't gonna believe this, but they went missing last year, and we just found their car in the lake, and 2 bodies are inside.
I show this paperwork to the sheriff, and well, what the hell? You said they went missing last year?
Yeah.
He went missing 2 years ago, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's weird, man. That's weird.
We did some digging, and a Billy Walker also went missing back in 2014, and she had we couldn't really find anything about her, but her friends said that she had been very, very nervous for several months before she disappeared.
I mean, I believe she had taken out a restraining order against Duffy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, let me take a look.
Yeah, I'll show him. I'll bring out some of the paperwork I had seen before with the love letter and the Valentine's card and all of that I found. I'll hand that over.
And he'll kind of double check on. He says, "Yeah, you're right. She had taken out a restraining order against him. Said that he had fits of anger. Looks like. Seems like she was right."
I mean, unfortunately, yes, not looking good for him.
Yeah, but
There is,
this
yeah.
this does not sit right
It's
with
not
me, man.
quite adding up, but
No.
it also, I still strongly suspect the psychologist, and
Like,
yeah, I'm
it's,
open to the fact that he's being framed.
yeah.
Yeah.
To an extent, yeah, I would tend to agree with that. Man, um, how the hell many bodies are out here?
I mean, it's a big piece of property.
Yeah.
It's
It
kind
is
of
a big piece of
kind of
property.
out of the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was very concerned about us poking around.
She was very concerned. She was also, we got word from Elliot that she was watching.
Mm-hmm. And somebody contacted him while he was incarcerated about his leg, and we never found out who that was, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, shit.
As you keep digging through the records, that actually is the next record that you're gonna find. So good call.
Hell yeah.
You do see records on his from when he was in prison, and he had gotten involved in this very 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 big brawl, and the his they he lost, and they did nasty things to his leg, and they eventually had to amputate it. There are records there too about the surgery to help movement in range of motion in his leg, and it does have the doctor's name. It is a surgeon named Stephen Barker.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Did I ask if out of character, do we know this name?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
The players do, the characters do not.
Right.
Yeah. This is this from last arc then?
This is from the practice.
It's
Yeah,
yes.
okay. Yeah. That all right. Yeah, now I got you.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think we also know Sophie too. Like Misty met Sophie. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right. Hey, Sheriff, this individual, do we know where this surgeon is? Can you check on that?
Yeah, I'll look into it.
I want to Google him.
Okay.
Like, this is getting wild because it just seems like everybody involved with this dude is missing or dead.
Yeah, it seems like it's something much bigger than just some crazy person doing cult stuff on a farm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this is just like I've never heard of anything like this. This is like beyond what we normally do. You know?
Mm-hmm. I want to Google Stephen Barker and see
Right.
what I can learn.
Yeah, and the only results that you get, and it's the same thing as Deputy South. It comes back. It's like the only surgeon I have, in Texas with that name was a guy back from the 70s who worked at St. Christopher. That he helped close down that place, but he's been gone. He's been gone since then. That's he's been he's actually been missing. Shit, guys! Like everybody's missing on this stupid thing.
Yeah, like, question for you: the bodies that you found in that vehicle in the lake, were they charred?
Yeah, the whole car was. It looks like the car burnt with them in it and then was pushed into the lake.
Shit, man.
It's been a while.
Shit.
I'm starting to feel unsafe here. I don't know if we should spend another night.
Yeah, like I don't feel like it's a good idea to stay out here. Otherwise, I think we're gonna be dealing with something other than sex dolls coming to life.
Yeah,
Damn
that's
it.
As
This
great as
seems-
that sounds.
And then I point to my chest like, really, it's not. I don't have a change of clothes with me, and I'm just happy it stopped bleeding for a minute, you know? God damn. I tell you, your life changes after you have been slashed by a sex doll with a knife, man. How do you come back from that? But anyway, we're here to do a job. I'm coming back. Let's get into this. Um, I think we need to find that woman.
Yeah.
Sophia.
I
We
think
just
so.
got-
I think she has answers for us.
yeah, we need to go find her.
So do we pull up a list of like hotels, motels,
Yeah. I think,
or do we check a
that's
phone
start.
book to see if there's any last names that match up?
Yeah, if there's any Sophia Olivers around. God damn. I think yeah, let's see if we can check a phone book, see if she's in there. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. But like, man, it just seems weird.
2017, not 1995. No one uses phone books. I can Google her number.
Look, I still
I
get
just-
phone books.
yeah,
People are old fashioned.
I like Raleigh using phone books. I like
Yeah.
that feels
Like,
good.
I'm
It's
kinda
definitely on brand.
old-fashioned. Yeah, I'm old fashioned. That's why I have a sword, man. I don't want to use a gun. That's a little too modern, Swing a thing here or two. Lob something
Do we
off.
have to go find a phone book? Okay, where do you buy a phone book these days?
Just go to any phone booth.
Hey, you know what? Why don't we go to Michaela's hotel
Oh, okay,
where
that's a
she's
good idea.
staying
Let's go talk to her.
and see if she's got a phone book in her room?
Or we could ask the front desk.
Because to be honest, y'all, I'm kind of fearing for her safety at this point.
I am too.
So let's go see if we can find her at her hotel.
Yeah. So we're gonna get
She's
into
got a
the
damn phone book. I need
the
a
hair
phone
car?
book. Yeah, we're mullet car. Let's get in
Yeah.
the mullet mobile.
time to get in the hair car.
Yep. Goddamn, man, this whole place is a goddamn mullet. That house is totally business up front, and what the hell is
What the
going on?
hell is
everywhere
going on in the
else?
back? Oh my god.
We renamed the whole series the Mullet Adventure.
Yeah, that's what it is. So
Are we in search of a
so
phone book now? This is what's happening?
we're going to a hotel to talk to a woman to make sure she's safe and to see if she has a phone book in her hotel room.
All right.
Paul's real quiet.
Yeah, no, you can drive into town, and you I would assume that you phone ahead since you scolded Sophia for not
Yes.
phoning ahead earlier.
We don't we
Yeah.
do that. We phone ahead. We are polite.
Okay.
Yeah.
You find she will meet you out in the lobby, and say so yeah, how's it going out there? I thought about driving out, but I figured you'd call me if you need me.
I don't
Pretty
know
weird,
how to-
not gonna lie.
I don't know how to say this other than to tell you that we found the remains of 3 people on the property.
And counting. I bet there's more.
Oh,
We also found the vehicle of the realtor that was coming. They crashed their vehicle into a tree,
Well, how?
but their body is nowhere to be found.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. We also finding that everybody that has a link to your father is missing. Like, we've gone through records, people associated with him are missing, and the people that own the dog that your father killed, well, they went missing. They were found in the lake in their vehicle. They had been burned and put in the lake.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we're a little concerned.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'd say so.
So I have a question. Did a woman ever come out to your property and start talking to you just out of the blue?
No.
Nobody came the whole time that you were there, for the short time that you were there?
No. Just Alright, shoot, Domino's couldn't even find me.
I've got a 3 in bullshit detector. Is it going off at all?
No, she's telling the truth.
Okay. There was a woman that stepped foot onto your property the morning that this morning, and she seemed to think that she claimed that she was your doctor, your psychologist.
No.
So
that's
I think
the
this
Sophia lady that y'all called me on.
We told her about this lady already.
Yeah, but I'm asking again, you know.
No,
I
have no idea who she is.
Okay. I think you need to get somewhere safe. Basically, I think you need to get the hell out of town. Because people are just coming up missing. I kind of fearing that you're going to be next. Or you could be at some point down the line.
Yeah, well.
You have someplace to go.
Yeah. I have some friends that'll put me up for a couple days back in Austin.
Yeah, I'd leave sooner rather than later.
Okay. Yeah, I can go ahead and go. Well. Yeah, when y'all came out, I didn't expect all that. And wow.
One thing that I will say, while I don't think your father was a great man, I think he's partly being framed here. Because you see those folks that whose dog your father killed, well, they went missing after he went missing.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that my father didn't have it in him to kill a man. I saw what he did to that dog. And
yeah.
But you know, if people are going missing without him being around, then maybe you're right.
Yeah. So get yourself someplace safe. We're gonna go find this woman. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
Also, do you have a phone book?
Yeah, that'd be great if you have a phone book in your room.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Well, I guess. I don't know.
Great. That's great.
So, all right. Well, I go and look for this phone book in this room.
She'll give you a phone book.
Ben's acting like she's like one of those like super rich people who doesn't know how normal people live.
Yeah.
Y'all got phone books? So we're gonna look up family name, obviously, and see if there's any relatives, right?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to the front desk, and because I took a picture of the license plate, I'm gonna ask the manager to see if anyone's checked in with that license plate.
if they'll give you that information. Yeah. You might have to be a little forceful there.
Use some cop talk.
Yeah, I got flattery and I got bureaucracy, and I also got a couple
flattery.
points.
No, make him use flattery. Make him use flattery.
So
maybe you need
a young woman is at the front. It's like, yes, can I help you?
Hi, I've been looking to surprise my sister for her birthday, and she's supposed to come from out of town, but she won't tell me where she's staying. And I have her license plate and name, and I was curious to know if she was around here.
Don't you sound like a stalker?
That's not flattery at all. That's
yeah, that's
not easy, is it?
Well, we can't really give out the names of the guests.
Well, why don't we could act in hypotheticals then? You know, like, could a car with this license plate have been around here recently?
I feel like I'm getting a full picture of how Brian flirted back in the day.
What y'all doing later for the rest of your life?
Yeah, that's not flattery at all. So you're getting nowhere with this.
Well, I have a 2 negotiation too,
I have a chart I can share with you.
Yeah, share a website.
All right, I'm gonna use some bureaucracy. And
yeah, I will tell you right now, flattery will work. Bureaucracy will not.
Even if I decide to call the cops and have them come over,
I'm sure that would work.
Would or wouldn't?
Would.
Okay.
I mean, it's gonna take them time to get over here.
But what's the better podcasting, right?
That's
we all
listen.
Need to see
okay, all right. Listen, I get it. I've done jobs like yours before. All kinds of weirdos coming in and out, but I can promise you, I'm not one of those guys. Do you have family?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got a sister.
Okay, and for her birthday, wouldn't you love to surprise her? Like, you seem like a very put together kind of person. Like, you plan ahead and things like that.
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, actually, last week was her birthday. I sent her a text.
All right, well, that's great. You know, like, you acknowledge the fact that it's her special day, and I'm just trying to do the same thing for my own sister and surprise her ahead of time, just so that way I can give her, you know, a gift as well as like take her to dinner, maybe.
Oh, that's really sweet. See, do you send people texts?
Yeah, sometimes I sure do.
Because here's my number.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Hold on. She will
Hold
look.
on.
This person's not.
One second. I remember the first arc of this thing, Paul specifically said, "I don't want to flirt with your character," but now it's okay. This is bullshit.
Rob is so close to rage quitting.
I'm sorry, Rob. I'll flirt with you next.
Damn right you will.
About this, the name of the license plate.
Yeah, she will check. There's nobody there with that. Are you looking at the phone?
Yeah, I'm looking at the phone book while he's doing that. Is there a Sophia Olivers in the book?
There's not.
Okay. Is there
any kind of Olivers?
Yeah,
I'm sure there is an Oliver.
Common last name.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know this part of the world. There could be like it could be a very like it describes the phone book, Paul.
Describe
It's
how tall is it?
Yeah, it's about yay tall. Small town phone book, so it's got the white pages and yellow pages the same.
Yeah.
It's
a real thin thing.
Okay. It's so like a mullet almost.
Oh man,
It's,
the
it
business
in
is
fact,
in the front.
businesses
The party
are in the
is in the
front.
back.
So as you
exactly.
as you are looking, you you kind of flip to that page and you look, and the pages suddenly shift into the yellow pages section, and it goes to bookstores, and you see a a full column ad for an occultic bookstore down in the main like town square area.
What is the name of this bookstore?
Darn it, I did not prepare for that at all. Well, I don't
That's
know
a
why.
weird name for a bookstore, Paul.
Darn it, I did not.
Darn it,
prepare
I
for
did
that
not
at all.
prepare.
That
How long
is
has
the-
that been open?
How
Yeah.
many times? Like,
Yeah, what kind of hours do they run?
Right.
Seems kind of
It
ramshackle.
is.
Does it have a name for proprietor?
Guys, Paul's trying to help us out here.
Yeah.
One time in there's this
was-
little small town that I visited, and there was a pawn shop. I think it was a pawn shop, and it had the hours listed on the door, and it was like, Monday hours, Tuesday hours, and then on Saturday it was like maybe open, maybe not, depending on how we feel, or like something like that. It's like
Brilliant.
maybe we won't be. We don't know the hours. And it's like,
Yeah,
okay.
This is what we're dealing with here. I
Right.
get it.
It is.
Yeah. Is there?
It is
proprietor?
Susanna's bookshop. It doesn't have a.
Susanna's bookshop.
Hey y'all, you feel like going to a bookstore?
Yeah.
Always. I love books. I love reading. Yes.
Paul,
And
do you intend
y'all
on-
said the phone book was not a great idea.
I did not say that at all. I was
I didn't
pro
say it
phone
wasn't
book.
a good idea. I just said it's not 1995. That is all I said.
I still receive phone books in the mail.
The phone booth rings, and it's 1995. Call it.
I received those as well and put them immediately in recycling.
I'm standing outside a broken phone booth with money
Paul
in
hates
my
communities.
hands. Yes.
Paul hates connecting.
Yeah. Hey y'all, since this phone book mysteriously opened to this section with the occult bookstore, what would you say to go into the occult bookstore?
Nothing else we can do right now, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
It's our
to the
only
bookstore.
lead.
Let's get back in the mullet mobile.
As y'all are driving, I will tell you this quick story, where when I owned my own agency, the Yellow Pages would call me and try to sell me, put an ad in the Yellow Pages, and I was talking to one person. I was like, seriously, y'all are charging thousands of dollars, and no one opens these things anymore. No one looks at that. And the lady on the other end is like, yeah, you're right, but it's my job. I have to call people.
Oh, that's
Nice.
so sad.
I respect that.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So you reach this location, and you see, even though it's getting to be evening, the door to it is open, and there seems to be faint light on inside. It's a pretty small place, and it is like overly packed with bookshelves, type place that you have to kind of walk sideways down the aisle, and if somebody's coming the other way, you have to decide who's gonna leave the aisle first to let the other person by, and so it is just a packed tiny place.
Is there anybody in here?
Um,
Just nod if you can hear me.
Oh,
Paul, do you intend to finish this tonight?
Right,
yes.
I was wondering something similar.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
just like, I thought we were like almost done, and now we're chasing new leads.
Yeah.
Um, you hear a voice from inside. It's like, yeah, come on in.
Hello.
I'm excited. Augustine loves books. She likes how they smell. She likes how they look. She's just like the bookstores are her home, and she's just so happy right now.
Um, you yeah, as you come inside, you see down one of the aisles is Sophia Oliver's, who's kind of looking through one of the books, and she says, I tried to warn you not to let that house get to you."
It's not the house that got to me. It's you. You kept popping up in my brain the more we looked into things. So, what the hell are you doing out there?
Just trying to wrap up some business.
Wrap up some business.
So
I,
you
yeah.
are Ordo Veritatis, I would assume.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard. Oh,
Look, look, there's no point in playing stupid with this woman. She knows a little bit more than we think she does, so. Yeah, what do you know about Ordo Veritatis?
Oh, y'all have been trying to, I don't know, stick your nose into my plans for a long time. Never has worked. But every time I see some kind of pesky fly buzzing around, it's always one of you.
Bitch, what did you call me?
I believe she called you a pesky fly.
I'm thumbing a bunch of books, not paying attention, obviously.
You know, we outnumber you in this moment.
I pull out my cell phone and I start texting the hotel girl.
We lost Elliot. Now we're gonna lose Clint.
Look, I'm done playing games. It's gonna end right here, right now. And seeing as how I got my guitar case with me because I never go anywhere without it, I pull out my sword. I am done with this. I am done with you.
Sword. Wow. That's the first time.
I also have a gun, so you know I.
Look, it's like a mullet. Business up front, gun in the back.
I take a selfie and I send it.
Get over here.
What? Okay. Yeah. Yes. What is it?
All right. So
Clint, we're having a showdown, man. God damn it.
Oh, is this a woman? Oh, she's the problem, isn't she? Okay. All right. Hold on.
Does this
and
mean
so
that y'all aren't gonna go quietly?
Do we
We're
ever?
Ordo. We're Ordo. Are
Y'all
we
always
supposed
say
to?
the same thing. Well, there was that one time.
Yeah, I'm done with this, and I charge her.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I will as well. I will aim and take a shot.
All right. Go. Guns first.
Yep.
Let's see. I still have some points to spend. I am going to spend 3 points. And a roll to 2. So does a 5 get me anywhere?
Yeah, the bullet will hit her, pretty squarely in the chest, and You have seen before what people in Ordo Veritatis affectionately refer to as Men in Black. And as her body just begins to disintegrate into ash and then reform in front of you, you realize that's what she is.
Do I be like, oh fuck?
And at that moment, a force that you can't see grabs Myron and pushes
Myron's not in this.
Myron, crap!
Myron's absolutely in this now.
What's your name? Shit.
My name is Raleigh.
Raleigh will grab you, and you
feel like, hang on.
You feel these massive arms come around you and push you forward, and you are suddenly thrown into what is mostly darkness, and your body hits this dirt floor, and as your head is swimming around, you will see on one wall of the cellar at Crook's End this series of these glowing purple lines, creating a doorway that you had just come through. And if I can have everyone give me just a straight dice roll.
3.
Fuck. 1.
3.
Right. And we will figure out your fates next time.
A 3-parter? What?
No, it'll go in the future. That roll was to see if you escaped or not.
Oh.
I did not.
No, you did
Probably
not.
3. Damn.
Okay, well that went in directions that I was not expecting, as normal.
Usual.
Yeah, sounds about right.
All right, we will stop the recording, and thank y'all.
Yeah, thank you.
So the main point of that
recording stopped.
Is the clues that you found that you were able to report back will carry over to your normal party in the next adventure.
Okay.
Your characters, if they survived, probably went into hiding at that point, but we'll figure that out next time.
Cool.
And we will there'll be a little epilogue to this episode of that basically describes Elliot, since y'all went missing, trying to track things down, and then realizing something about the cellar and going out there, only to be met by Sophia when he arrived, and Misty soon thereafter. This is like the most down I've seen y'all at the end of.
Honestly, it just
You killed us.
You know, it threw me for a loop because I kind of just expected to die.
Yeah.
Possibly survive. So, yeah.
Right. Well, the if Jen is up for it, there is a character that you can play in the hunt for Misty, because obviously you can't play Misty. But Michaela actually marries Deputy South, and she is a member of Ordo Veritatis.
Okay.
Currently.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down to play Michaela.
So yeah, that'd be good. But that's all we got. So I appreciate everybody who tuned in. Which I think is just y'all. Still,
I think
thank
so.
you.
Wilkes was here momentarily.
Yeah.
I don't know where he went.
No, Wilkes got modded for for being pervy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then left. Apparently.
I permitted it though. I allowed those pervy words, so I don't know what he got upset about.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, thank y'all for tuning in, and we will figure out when we're gonna jump back to the present and hunt. See if we can save Misty.
Please save Misty. I have a vested interest in Misty being saved.
You just have a thriving candle business you want to get a hold of.
I really, yeah.
Thriving candle / duck call business.
Right.
I have started putting candle shots in all of these in all of these campaigns I run. And like Misty's never around, but her candles are there.
I do intend to put a candle shop in my my campaign that I'm writing.
Please.
Also,
yes.
also the bar will serve the Hastie.
Yes.
These are the things that I keep trying to insert. But anyways, we will cut the stream there. Thank y'all again. Catch y'all next time.
Bye.